Hello and welcome to New York, Joseph F. Facina Field here in beautiful but a rainy New Rochelle. We've got the New York Empire in their 2025 home debut, playing host to the Montreal Royal coming down from the Great North. Again, it is a rainy day, but there are new additions still being fit into both these sides. The Empire with their West Coast trip at 1-1, and the Montreal Royal at 0-1, falling last week to Boston. Bonjour and bienvenue to those watching from the Great North. Dan Hilton alongside Keith Rayner here in the booth. And Keith, yeah, both these teams coming into this contest in a very, very crowded East Division. Everyone matters. And yes, the New York Empire have not played any East Division foes yet, but you already feel like they've got some work to do. Laundry right on his back. Back to Yacht. And Montreal looking for a switch. Layout. Williams able to collect, and Yacht in the end zone. He had 5 goals against Oakland. Kenton Bonneau coming into the handler space. Brissett lets it fly. Well caught by Jeremy Hill. And into the end zone for Jacob Duquette. Double move from Jack. Alati is going to have to reset to the middle of the field. It's a good end zone D by Montreal. And this is Randolph. Had that little double hop, kind of floated in air. As well as Connor Russell, Bobby Elston. And they have added Oliver Fay, the number 41. Here's Antoine Davis being taken deep by Kenton Bonneau, and Bonneau. Talk about a deep game for Montreal.
Montreal with the goal to Quentin Bonneau.
Trombayonka putting that up to Bonneau, and that is the core of that Empire team.
Instead, he likes this little dump and dink game. Randolph, though, he'll shoot to Benjamin Simmons. And the scouting report on the young Ben Simmons is that the UNC Charlotte product. On the other Laundry, he tosses one up. And coming from out of nowhere, right on the doorstep. Sure, the goal will go to Tremblay Jonka, but I think option against Oakland. And so this will be Wursmeyer Bailey with 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. He releases to Jack, and Jack is going to put this up back corner. A massive big bodies, and Everett Shapiro in his Empire home debut. He's got a highlight. Throws down the hat, replaces it with the disc, and more importantly puts the Empire up. Season all around the East. You expect the D-lines to be taking it off you about 17, 18 times, but still early going on the stats. Tremblay Jonkai immediately for Bonneau. That was a quick huck, and Bonneau is in the end zone. Now it's 4 for 4 on huck looks for the Royale. Finally, it's stopped on the sideline. LeBar lets it fly again. And having to lay out for it, finding a way to pull it in, Oliver Chartok.
And for all the deep completions that we've had in this game, and Montreal willing to walk it backwards though in order to change the angle.
Very ambidextrous Jacob Brissett. Looked like maybe a communication early, but instead towing that back line is Jeremy Hill with Oliver Fay bringing the pressure, and he gives him a little look afterwards. You can say the LeBar trying to carve out some space. And Shapiro, now 10 seconds to Brown. That's the man you want to have it. Double team coming. Back to Shapiro, almost dropped it. And he will have to throw it to the end zone. Over everybody, Sullivan Wursmeyer Bailey. As the first half expires, SRB from the handler space. And number 9 has a way of always finding.
I'm curious why the Empire have so frequently not caught the pull. Brown opting to let him drop.
And he lets this one drop. Going deep for Yacht. Yacht's got position and goes up strong. Ben Yacht blowing a kiss. And Ben Yacht has certainly been a difference maker in this game. For him, that is goal number 5. Make it La Manita.
And that's no.
So interesting because the D-line conversion for the Empire, they're 2 of 2, but Montreal now 2 of 7. And they got a chance to make it 3 for 8. The layout getting it. Montreal's been perfect in the red zone so far, 6 of 6, so maybe they're going to just let the D-line cook here. And that foot was in, the back foot. Colberry ties this game up at 14, and Horstmeyer Bailey. And you see Randolph now moving over to this O-line. They want to make sure they power this one home, and again, that O-line also playing a pretty long point last time out. This is Brown into Ben Yacht. We're taking on more outsized roles. Out of the hand of Alati, and it is brought in by Agami Contreras. So they had to wait for it. Espera for Agami Contreras, but no coaching staff is going to be happy with the number of turnovers. But now on this point, we've hit double digits for both. So actually not as many as you might have expected with these conditions. And this will not be a turnover. No, it is a layout from Jeremy Hill. Welcome back to the UFA, Jeremy. That's goal number 2 for him. We keep this a 1-goal game.
Yeah, we talked about some of the...
And you can hear it. It's coming through, as that one was not the wind or the rain. That was just Sam Jonas.
T-cutters trying to figure out just when to go. Here goes Shepard.
Shepard had the positioning. This one too far to the right. Dremblay Joka was the one who had a beat on it, so it's another turnover for this Empire O-line.
I gotta say, I didn't know he had wheels like on a rushed end of quarter huck.
Hill against Fay. And that was Simmons. They say it's a clean block. Fay in for Simmons with the bookend. And the one man in the Empire 20 making his UFA debut. Product. And Montreal, you feel like this game hinging on this point. Coming through with it, it's Jack Williams.
Under 6 minutes to play in a game that's been tight basically from start to finish.
Tremblay Jonka airs it out. It'll be a jump ball. And getting inside position is Jonas for his second block of the game.
Look at the difference between the effortless catches of the first half hucks for Montreal and what we're seeing in the second half.
Alati, Alston on his horse. Alston able to run it down, still not in the end zone. The huck game working for New York, and they put it in. It's Suvorov. Some of the original seasons, and you saw the red zone percentages, not the highest in the first few years of the league, but now if you're not at around 85-90% in red zone stuff, this is not red zone. This is just a miraculous backwards grab by Kenton Bonneau. Made a meal out of it, shaken up. But what a catch there.
Well, that's how you create your own highlight.
Yeah.
Quinlan and Bonneau connecting on what probably should have been an elementary score. Wide open throw.
And so the Empire O still with a 1-goal lead. 4:20 I should say left to go in this game. Pardon me, as Shapiro, he's got Everest on the back of the jersey. And he goes right up the line to Jack Williams. And they stay on that side. It's Oliver Chartok. 4 straight throws right up the sideline. The Empire offense finally making one look easy for themselves.
You could call that cramming it, except the defense wasn't there to make it a cram. It was just easy throws on the same part of the field.
Can the Empire make it a 3-goal lead? No, they cannot, because it is broken up either through the hands.
Shapiro taking a moment to wipe the disc off. I was actually just talking with the college team I coached today about playing in the rain, and that was one of the tips. Get that surface water off the disc.
Well, that is an Elliot Chartok special, and now we've got a Max Shepard special from the front of the end zone. I mentioned that was kind of a role that was established. Brissett keeps it in with 5 to go, so maybe they can make it one more, but no, it's going to be a D by Cowan, and that will do it here. 22-20. Wasn't always pretty, but that'll be a East Division win for the New York Empire. And Keith, we've been saying it all game, a broken record. Another 2-goal loss by the Montreal Royal to the Empire here in New Rochelle.